Change git init default branch name. I'm trying to figure out how to make git init use a different default branch name other than master for the first commit, but I can't find a git config for it or anything that'd allow me to do this. For example, aliases only work for commands, not branch names. Is there any way to change the default first branch name that git init sets up?
A simple way to change the default head is to create a head in the git template dir. First, configure your template dir to ~template/git.git or whatever you'd prefer. Then, create the file head in the template dir. And you're good to go. Whenever you run git init, you'll now get the message. For some reason, Git decides whether to use this message based on the presence of the head file and .git, rather than relying on whether or not .git had to be created. However, it really doesn't matter what message it shows you. From the git init man page, running git init in an existing repository is safe. It will not overwrite things that are already there. The primary reason for rerunning git init is to pick up newly added templates, or to move the repository to another place if separate git dir is given. That is to say, git init is guaranteed not to overwrite the head you put in the template, and it won't use the template's head to overwrite an existing head either. Since this is explicitly documented, you can rely on it. Additionally, it also says, files and directories in the template directory whose name do not start with a dot will be copied to the $git_dir after it is created. Which means you can also rely on the template being copied immediately after the creation of .git, and not at a later point. Of course, this is my personal interpretation of the manual. It's entirely possible that the Git developers will disagree.
As of Git 2.28, release 27th of July 2020, you can now configure the name of the branch created when you init a new repository. After setting this variable, running git init will produce a repository whose initial branch is main. Release notes this URL.
In Git versions prior to 2.28, head is hard-coded to point to ref/head/master. So there is no config setting or option that you can pass to git init to change it to something else. What is possible though is to change what head points to right after git init with the help of git symbolic ref. This will change head to point to a, not yet existing, branch called test. Then when you create your first commit, the branch will be called test instead of master.
One way to set your default branch is to edit your ~/.gitconfig file. Add the following lines. Now when you run git init, main will be your default branch. This is similar to running git config global init.default branch main, as mentioned by T. Kiley.
Yes,